Hello, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm talking about a topic I don't really want to talk about, but I kind of have to. So, I'm going to spit this topic out anyway. It's about weed or plants. I don't know how much I can say this word, so I'm going to just say green. This topic's about green, and this is a spiritual topic about what it actually does spiritually. I'm not talking about physical topics. I'm not a physical channel. I don't teach any health benefits. I don't teach anything about physicality. I'm just spirituality and just teaching everything about things that are spiritual. Now, this is a very interesting video, and a lot of you will get triggered because I'm here to help you guys grow, and I'm going to tell you things that no one else has told you in your entire life. So I'm just going to use the code word green this entire video because, yeah, I'm not going to keep saying a word that's not fully monetized or not fully permitted across platforms. So I will reach different platforms with my message talking about spirituality and green. And if you don't know what green means, you're probably not old enough to watch this video. So I watch my other videos that are for, I don't have any videos for kids. Okay, never mind. This is advanced spirituality. Okay, now talking about green. I'm in green. Mary Jane. Okay. The thing about this herb, it's very beneficial for spirituality, yes. And if used correctly, if used in ceremony, if used respectfully, it'll help you grow. Now, there is a very, very prominent spirit attached to this herb. I'm going to tell you that right now. The spirit, and people literally call this spirit Mary Jane, but this thing looks at you every time you hit it. And I'm not sure who this video is for or who this video will help. If you do it recreationally, okay, but the thing is, if you do it too much, you're actually going backwards spiritually. And I'm going to explain to you why. Some of you might be clicking off this video and you'll never get the help you need, so go ahead. I'm here to help people who actually want to grow. Now, this is actually going to apply to that too, because this herb can stunt your growth spiritually, because this can stunt your gifts. So, in moderate amounts, okay, it helps your gifts open. In too much, it stunts your gifts due to the 3 elements that are attached to this green. And I was talking with my angels last night about this, and I'm like, I don't really want to do this topic, but it's necessary, and I'm going to trigger people, and it's going to help people, especially this time of year. Now, the 3 elements of this herb, of course, earth. Everyone knows that. It's literally called, it's a weed. So, of course its element is going to be earth. It's very skunky. And do I green, guys? No, I don't green. I don't do anything except for use crystals and move myself closer to God. It has the element of the earthly element, which is beneficial, but every element has its yin and its yang. So, if you use it generally, it helps you connect to the earth. If you use it in moderate amounts, not abusively often, then it will help you grow and develop. If you use it too often, it'll make you earthly. What does earthly mean? It makes you not move closer to the heavens. It makes you stop moving closer to your angels completely. And the only guides you will meet on that, if you're abusive with it, is earthly guides, which are earthbound spirits, which actually love that the green. And those things are the worst things you can have around you. They're low level, they're weak, they can't do anything, they're scared of everything, they like to give nightmares, they like to lie, me trying to count all of the things that earthbound spirits. If you have earthbound spirits as guides, they can be captured and removed by accident. That's a thing. You don't want them as guides. They're so they're lower level than ancestors. So earthbound spirits are just basically spirits that are like goofing around the planet because they didn't get into the heavens, but whatever. They're just here. They're not in hell yet, or they're being decided on. Let's just say that, and they're just wandering the earth. Now, they are very earthly themselves. They like drinking and smoking and doing stuff like that. So they'll hang out. They'll actually gravitate towards people who do that. No surprise. They like attracts like in both this world and the spiritual world. Now, that's the first element, earth. So yes, it's very beneficial for those who are connecting to land. The Native Americans use that, but they also mix things with it. They didn't just do it just sitting around the bonfire just like ha 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 and eating chips. No, they actually had a very structured different Native American tribes do different ceremonies, and they all do different things based on the generation and the practices, etc., and whatever's passed down, and whatever elders, etc., 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 because it's no one practice for everyone, but it's always a trend of them mixing something with it, them doing it in a specific order, them having a specific day of the week, etc. They're very structured, and this helps them connect to their earthen spirits, their guides. And it's okay for connecting to guides, because it makes your thoughts slow down to the point where you can actually catch certain messages from spirits, which I don't teach about spirits, I teach about angels. This herb will not help you move closer to angels, I'll tell you that right now. Angels are oh, hello, bee. That's Jehudiel. Hello, that's the Archangel of Work. Hello. I'm on the beach. Bees don't appear here very often. Oh, on my head. Okay. I just got a kiss from a bee on the video. Mwah. You know what? I love this. I absolutely love this. For the people watching this video, that's a sign. Especially for those who are kind of stubborn. I just got kissed by Archangel. Okay. Now, on to the next element, because weed, I'm not supposed to say the word. Green is associated with the earth element. It's literally, it branches out like a weed. It branches. So yeah, it's connected to the earth element. It's the earthly plane, this element of existence, etc. It can help you be too earthly or connected to the earth. But it's a very wavering balance, and the spirit that you connect to, it's actually a woman's spirit. It's more like a masculine woman spirit. And she stares at you as you do it too. So just for those who are comfortable, she stares at you as you do it, and if you abuse it too much, and if you do it abusively, she gets kind of moody. Let's just say that. And she'll throw circumstances at you that you're not able to catch, just because she can, and it's energy. It's a price for everything, guys. Now, the next element is air. I just talked about this. So air has to do with communication. And it's air. Okay, the next two elements are air and water, but there's a different aspect and a different polarity to the elements, because I teach elements very differently. Different elements have different polarity. There's cool air, there's hot air. This is more of the hot air element, if you guys can tell. And this helps you move closer to your guides. Yes, it helps you be more spacey to fill the gaps in with different communications and different connections and different it'll help you calm down, and it'll help you move closer to your guides. Yes, but the thing is, it can help you be too spacey as well, and it really slows you down. So earth and air, you have to think about elements in the connotation of, okay, is it yin or yang? Is it too much, or is it too little, or is it balanced? So everything is a perfect balance. So with air, you can be too spacey, or you can be in perfect contact with your guides, because this herb is all about connecting with guides, being on a certain frequency to be able to slow down. That's the main thing about this herb. It helps you slow down. So the air can slow down, or the air can speed up. The air will speed up. The air element of this herb will speed up having you not being able to catch certain messages, or being able to slow down perfectly to the point where you're able to receive them. And if you need, I'm telling you right now, if you need this herb to connect to your guides, you're eventually going to lose the gift, and it's going to degrass. Spiritual law states that you don't just stay still. You don't go backwards, or you go forwards. Over time, this will begin to fade. So when you first start it, it's wonderful, but as time goes on, it'll actually harm your gifts. And especially moving close to the angels, like, they'll have you off of it very quickly. They'll just be like, okay, you can't be earthly because we're from the heavens. Like, you can't be reliant on this to talk to us. It's not helping you move closer to God. Now, it has the polarity of frost when it comes to the water element. It helps freeze things. So messages that come, it comes to you, you freeze it, you grab the message, because a lot of things with the time of when you're sitting with your guides and getting messages is sometimes they'll talk so fast, and angels do talk fast sometimes. They go, huh? You're like, yeah. They'll say, certain angels and certain archangels will say things, and they'll only say them once. So this can help you catch certain messages, but it's not required or needed to help catch the messages. If anything, this video might not be popular with so many people, and I'm not here to sugarcoat things. I'm here to unsugarcoat them and tell you guys the truth. If you're eating sugar and you're getting cavities, someone has to come along and say, hey, stop. Yeah. Now, like I said, if you abuse it, if you get too reliant, you're earthly and you can't move closer to the heavens. That's just what it is. It's not, there's no changing rules. Oh, what if I do? Okay, if you're abusive and too reliant, that's that. There's no changing that. There's no changing facts. Now, if you do it every once in a while to move closer to your guides, it kind of surprises your spiritual etheric aura, and it's not reliant, it's not becoming stagnant, it's not etc. It's just something different. You can do that with every different herb, like such as Damiana, etc. But this crystal, this herb, when you use it with crystals, and I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm not pushing this herb. I'm not taking the herb from anyone. Basically, if you're reliant on it, stop being reliant, because it's downgrading your spirituality. Your angels are not on board for you being reliant on anything earthly. And if you don't really care about it, okay, you can use it once in a while. It's gonna benefit you, but just don't become reliant. A lot of people don't want to hear, oh, I do it every single day. Well, when you get in the afterlife, you're gonna have a hankering that you can't ever get. It's torture in the afterlife if you're ever addicted to something. Because if you have an addiction to something that you cannot come off, and it's not even a bad addiction such as this, and you get to the afterlife, you're going to be miserable. You are going to be miserable. And it's going to downgrade your frequency in the afterlife. They don't talk about this. So if you are a chronic greener, because I'm going to say greener, because I'm going around certain words if you can't tell, guys, but if you are a very chronic greener, then when you get to the afterlife, you're going to be starved. Let's just say that. And then your frequency starts dropping, because then you go to different places where it's being put off, etc. But what do I suggest? I suggest for you guys, like I said, to not be reliant on anything of this world. If I find myself, one of the reasons I dress in all white is because we're not supposed to be attached to clothes. We're not supposed to be attached to anything. We're not supposed to be attached to a certain color, etc. White holds all the colors in it. If you have, and this is a good example, if you have a favorite shirt in the world, for example, and I'm going to branch this into other subjects right now. If you have a favorite anything, you have a favorite shirt, a favorite set of shoes, a favorite ball, a favorite chair, and you just can't imagine yourself without it, you have to get rid of it. It's not fun to hear that, but you have to get rid of it. You having a favorite anything that roots you to this planet, and with my crystal jewelry, when the rapture comes, I don't care if all this crystal jewelry will just stay here, and that's fine. But the rapture, but I didn't see the cloud above me into a perfect white line. I'm like, oh, spoke too soon, but I'm kidding. But when it comes to your favorite anything, if you find that you're so attached to it that you can't be without it, get rid of it, because your soul is rooted to that object. For people who have a favorite chair, for example, when you have a favorite chair, and look at the beautiful clouds in the background. I love different art that my angels do. It's supposed to be an angel, but when you get to the afterlife and you have a favorite chair, that chair is going to be the first thing you see. You're not going to see your spirit team if you're anchored to that chair, because you're always like, oh, I want everyone to stay off my hair. Oh, when I get home, I'm going to sit in the chair. Oh, like you're out and about and you're thinking about your chair. That's anchoring you to the earth. And when you show up in the afterlife, you're going to have an earthly attachment. You ever see when certain objects are just flat out haunted? You get a mirror from a thrift shop. Oh, I said it right. Thrift shop. I have fun. But if you ever get a mirror from the thrift shop, and you have really bad feelings in front of the mirror, and for the spiritually gifted people, when you get a used mirror, you can always see someone else in the mirror. It's usually the person can be alive. This is why I don't like mirrors at all. Like I have a mirror in my bathroom from, let's just say, I threw the mirror out. I've had a mirror in my bathroom. I made my family throw their mirrors out too. They didn't like that, and I look into the mirror and I can see the last dude who lived in the house before me. I know what medications he took. I know what he wore glasses. I knew all this about him from looking at a mirror. What am I saying? Earthly objects, earthly elements, such as green, is something you can attach yourself to and has a stain. It will stain your soul, and you'll be anchored to it. And you don't want to do that when you're moving closer to the heavens. So with a mirror, that holds the element of an attachment. Even something like as an earthly substance holds the element of attachment. When you're moving closer to God, when you're expanding your gifts, when you're unlocking certain spiritual gifts, you have to be weightless in order for your wings to open and fly. They look like wings up there too. If there are chains on your wings, they're not opening. If you're I'm talking about a caterpillar and their cocoon. If there's stuff surrounding the cocoon, if there's stuff surrounding the cocoon, so I'm coming up with analogies to help explain to you guys, then it can't open properly. Your spirituality and your spiritual gifts and everything about connecting to your guides can't open properly if you're 100% reliant on something. That's the essence of this video. God made this herb to help people and to heal people, but when it's overused and abused, it hurts. And it's going to anger you heavily. I don't know. I mean, I do not sugarcoat anything in this video. I tell you how it is. It's beneficial, yes. Although, to become reliant. And the biggest thing is, and I'm going to conclude this video with this, a lot of people are going to be fully attached to something and not able to admit it. A good test: am I able to not do this for an entire month and not care? Am I able to not have this shirt for an entire month and not care? Am I able to do this for an entire month and to not care? 31 days. If the answer is no, and you can test it. You can try it. If you want to see if your soul has an attachment, starve yourself 31 days from anything. Such as anything that you're reliant to. Now, I'm going to make a future video on attachments, but I've made past videos on attachments. Like, what if am I attached to my crystal? No, you shouldn't be. Crystals are ladders, not crutches. If you're using a crystal because you don't have the energy yourself to get things done, that's a problem. The crystal helps you improve your energy so that it adds to your energy field. But the second you become reliant is the second you start slipping and falling. The same thing applies with green. What a wonderful conclusion. If you have any questions, guys, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao!